everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lucy, and if you're new here, welcome. And if you've been with me ever since I started my journey, welcome and welcome back. I am happy to have you. With this intro, I'm just showing a little bit of gratitude to Rockstar Hairstyles Tara, and here's her details over on TikTok if you'd like to give her a follow. Well, all the love being shared. This is a Russian almond that I created over paper forms because I wanted to challenge myself. And no, I did not use a dummy hand. I used, as per norm, as you know me, a pen and a form and a tip. So I did have to cut the tip somewhat because I did not want it to be longer than it would be, because I usually see this being done over short nails, right? And I decided to use this sparkly nude that I created in one of my previous videos. I'll pin it here somewhere if need be. And I'm using normal brush and gel in this case, and I'm constantly loading my brush so that I don't run out, but I'm also taking off as I go along because I wanted for this to look super neat. The idea that I had was if I did it over a top coat, if I used the top coat, it would just be there, and not knowing at the time if it would take away from the design or show up at all, I didn't want to try at all. So I went in with a white, since my knowledge of pigments is as follow. Depending on the viscosity of the product and the pigment, it either shows up like with a scream, right? Like it's just grabbing you by your eyeballs, or subtle. And I wanted it to be subtle over that nude, So in this case, it was just like following the edges regards to the shape. And I do believe I cured this before I continued because I didn't want to lose it, and it was something I didn't want to do after the fact, because I was doing this at night, and over a live I wanted to do the finishing things first, meaning I left very little room for myself to make mistakes. I was willing to make it on the lines, make mistakes on the line, the frame itself, because I had control over that. And I cured it for 30 seconds. This is a UV lamp and UV gel. I used that rustic gold because for some reason, it seems harsh there, like it's antique-y, but it doesn't come off as it over the white. I'm out of shot. You guys know me. I always I don't know. I get so excited and lost within what I'm doing that tends to happen more often than we'd want. But yeah, I made it back into shot here without being told. In this live, it's just for interest sake. The lady that I mentioned was the voice, and I'm shooting questions my way that came out of the comments because of the live. People ask questions regards to what I've done and the links, and I just showed them the size, and then I showed them also that you get various others like in length. So that's probably somewhere in this video. Yeah, so I'm going to, after applying the pigment, I'm going to go in with the creative part, and I wanted to have this vein design and half feathery design, half it's hard to explain, but it's like a lot of things mashed up into one. And I wanted to do it like on this tip. And because the idea that I had was like you'd see it but also not see it. It'll be there but also not there. And you'd have to really want to pay attention, look at it, to do so. I'll, if you'd like, I would do this from a different angle, but as I just see, this was done during a live, and obviously the light was above, and I wasn't directly under the camera. Yeah, so I'm just working out the lines and having them, you know, touch each other in some sense. And as you can see, I'm just, you know, working them gradually, because the problem here is it's the gel, and I won't diss it at all, you know, because it's not necessary, but it is helping. And since I want to push content out, I'm looking for a proper gel to do this with. Yes, stamping gel does do something, but the painting gel meant for art is a little bit more opaque, and it shows up more, and you can do way more with it. If I had the time, I'd have the gel stand out, but I did not have time, because it allows for some of those gases, those vapes, you know, to leave the product, and then you left with a more thicker consistency. But I didn't have the time, and all I knew at this point is that I wanted to do that. And as you can see, I am just, you know, creating lines, be it them touching, be it they just flying, you know. To me, it didn't matter. I was just following what my eyes wanted to see, you know, what I was feeling at that point, because sometimes you don't go in with a set design. And that's the fun part about being in a position to create something, just so, you know. And for most part, this does sometimes end up being your best creation, if you get what I'm saying. But I'm still working it here, and I'll speed it up from here on till we reach the end of this creative part. And I'll play music in between for your enjoyment, of course. And you can leave comments in the comment section, and if you would like to have a detailed video, I'll do that as well. But in between all of these that I will be uploading, I will leave some for interest sakes expression sessions, like where I will just compare certain things with certain things, be it product or tips or things I find. But yeah, I'll leave you to it to enjoy with a little bit of music, and I'll see you guys at the end. showing of how I'm vigorously rubbing in that pigment, to be honest. Well, as you can see, it's very subtle over that nude, and I wanted to step in here to just have a little talk. I'm using a non-wipe top coat here. This is a very nice one. You can use, it's a UV, so you can cure it for a 30 and it still be good, but I go in with the usual 60. No harm, no foul, right? And just displaying how beautiful that gold played off against that nude. We've reached the end of this video. With everything that's going on, do take care of yourselves and each other. Latinsmooches.